Good morning and welcome to day 7. It's been a week since I left home and I'm in my hotel in Ceduna, and this is where it really gets exciting because I'll be heading onto the Nullarbor today and hitting some real big milestones for me, like the Nullarbor Roadhouse, which I can't wait to get to because that's where I get to buy my family some souvenirs to commemorate this trip and give to them when I get to see them at Perth. So I'm just in the process of getting all my gear packed up, which I'm in a pretty good routine with now. So I can load that onto the bike and then I'm going to get going and probably get breakfast somewhere along the way. I found that's a good way of doing things. It's just to hit the road nice and early, make the most of the cool weather. It's going to get to about 30 today, so it could be a warm day of riding. So I'm going to make the most of all the roadhouses and yeah, just basically enjoy the day. There's going to be little to no wind, hopefully. And yeah, I'm looking forward to another great day. So I'll see you along the journey somewhere.
We're about 5 minutes away from our first scheduled stop today, which is the Roadhouse at Penong. So I've got 3 things that I want to do there. The first is fill the bike up. Second is have some breakfast. And the third is apparently there's a bit of a landmark, which is the Windmill Museum, which I'd like to see. So far the riding's been really good. There is a bit of a wind blowing from the north, which is creating a bit of a crosswind, but other than that the temperature's really nice and it's been a really relaxing start to the day. Here's some solid tarping. That is reminiscent of how I wrapped Melanie's presents at Christmas time. So good on that person. Good on them. Look at that. We're just a few kilometres out from our next scheduled break, which is the Nullarbor Roadhouse. So sticking to my plan of filling up where I can, I'm going to grab some fuel here, have a bit of a stretch, wander around, get the blood flowing in my legs. The weather has turned it on again today, which is amazing. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's really nice. And it's supposed to get a bit hotter later, but at the moment the heavy jacket is perfectly fine. And I've got the grip warmers just keeping my hands a little bit warm. But smooth sailing. I'll see you soon. Okay, so the Nundroo Roadhouse was a bit of a weird one. They didn't have any water to sell, which had upset a few people there, and they also didn't have any toilets. So there was a stack of caravans there that were really upset, caravanners. And they only had limited fuel pumps as well, so if you are travelling that way, just be wary that you might be better off either going to Nullarbor, which is the next one, which is about 50 k's away, or the one that I came from previously, which is probably about 50 or 60 k's in the other direction. But anyway, I managed to get those. No one wanted petrol, they all wanted diesel, so I got straight in and yeah, got what I needed and got out of there. Alright, I'll see you down the road. Here we go, the Nullarbor Roadhouse. Our third planned destination for the day. Let's try not to hit any grey nomads. Oh, it looks like this might be diesel fuel only. And electric, strangely enough. That's cool. Oh, we do have unleaded. Let's do this. Well, that was the head of the Bight lookout, and that was spectacular. But keep in mind it's 32 degrees now, and even with my jacket off, just with my jeans and my boots on, that little hike was difficult. Next stop is the Nullarbor Roadhouse, which is something I've been looking forward to for ages. So I'll stop, fill up the bike, get something to eat, have a rest, and then it's on to the last portion of today's journey, which is off to Border Village. So I'll see you at the Nullarbor Roadhouse. Apologies for the wind noise, but it's really picked up. But here we are, we're coming into the Nullarbor Roadhouse. So I think first I'll fill up the bike, and then I'll find somewhere to put it and take a nice big break, have something to eat. See you shortly. Well, I'm just leaving the iconic Nullarbor Roadhouse, and I'm on to the last leg of today's journey towards Border Village, which is the last little stop in South Australia. There we go, 183 k's away. Annoyingly, just as I was pulling into Border Village, I pressed on my indicator and it broke. It's just holding together. If I can find some glue, I'll glue it back together. But yeah, that's annoying. Come on, CFMOTO. I tried to tape it back together just so I didn't want to lose any of the bits in case it breaks further. But the electrical tape I've got with me just wasn't doing the job. Because it's pretty hot too, the electrical tape was just kind of sliding off. So hopefully it holds together until I can get some glue, and then I'll just glue it back together gently. Anyway, on we go. I'm going to pump some tunes and enjoy the peacefulness of the treeless plain. Although there is the occasional tree spread out here and there. I'll see you at Border Village. Part of the air highway that I'm on now is a designated emergency landing strip. So the Royal Flying Doctors, for example, might fly here. So there are some markers that I parked just back there, and you'll see up here just before the road turns there'll be some more markers which indicate that this is the landing strip. And of course over here we've got a place for the planes to turn around. So there you go. Pretty cool. So they're dotted all along the Nullarbor, or the air highway along the Nullarbor, which is pretty cool. Is the Indian Ocean. So close to the Great Australian Bight right now. How beautiful. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Wow. is incredible. Unbelievable. That just appeared out of nowhere. Well, as you can probably tell, it's just started raining, which is really nice because it's still 27 degrees. So the bits of rain that are seeping through my jacket are cooling me off nicely. I'm almost at Border Village, which means I'm almost at Western Australia, so I'll be able to cross first thing in the morning. I've got 15 minutes to go until I get there, but what a day. This has been such a big day. I've seen so many things that I've wanted to see for such a long time. And the Nullarbor just stretches out as far as the eye can see. It's unbelievable. We've made it to Border Village, and thank goodness, because the first time in this whole entire trip I have a sore backside and I need to get off this motorbike and rest. So this is where I'll be staying tonight. This is the dearest accommodation. So on average I've been spending somewhere between $100 and $125 per night. Here my room is $255. So definitely not cheap. Looks like they've had a fair bit of rain too. So I think I'll fill up with fuel first and then I'll go check in. And I've got an opportunity to find one last big thing while I'm in South Australia, and that is the Border Village Roadhouse Big Kangaroo. Let's see if I can get a photo. He's even holding a large jar of Vegemite. Good on him.
Well, welcome to the end of day 7, my biggest day so far. Covered, I'm not sure how much, it'll be at the start of this video, but I rode from 8 o'clock at Ceduna and I got in at about 4 o'clock here in Border Village. I mentioned just before that I paid for a cabin here, which cost $255, so it's by far the most expensive accommodation I've had so far. So it's got a bathroom, toilet, main bedroom, and then a bunk room, which is obviously not much use, and the smell in here this is the only place that I've stayed in where taking off my boots has improved the odor of the room. There's something in this room stinks. It's disgusting and I don't know what it is. But I've had a shower, freshened up. I'm gonna go try and fix the indicator switch on the bike and then go to the restaurant and have some dinner for probably extortionate prices, but you only live once, hey? But anyway, it's been an amazing day. It sounds like I'm complaining, but honestly, it's been an amazing day. So I'm really grateful to be here doing this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 8, which is Border Village to Baladonia. I'll see you then.